Hello and welcome back to Burpee's Comic Book Asylum. We're going to go ahead and do some quick reviews here. Starting to think that I prefer doing the reviews in video format, so I think that's where we're going to go from here on out. Without further ado, let's do it. So these are comics that weren't necessarily what I thought were the best of the best, or the worst of the worst for that matter. Didn't really have a strong opinion, I guess. So these are just comics that were pretty good, but not the best or the worst. First off, we got Battle for the Palatine Arkham Asylum. This was really good. It established Arkham Asylum in a new way. Looks like we're going to get a really fresh take on it. David Hine, who I really enjoy. Actually, he did a great stint on District X, where Bishop was the main guy. It's a pretty good series. Can't really think of anything he's done that I didn't enjoy. This was really good. Obviously a fan of the Asylum. Come on, we gotta get a mention in there, okay? We got Burpee's Comic Asylum, we got Arkham Asylum. There's really no connection. Sorry. Stretching that one. What do you know? So, good stuff. Art was alright. Overall good stuff, but nothing too incredible. Captain America Theater of War, Brothers in Arms, or A Brother in Arms. This has been a really cool stint of comics. I would almost like to see them keep the Bucky cap in the Captain America title and just bring back Steve Rogers for these World War II, Vietnam, whatever they're doing with them, all these different wars. World War II, I think, is predominant. I wish they would just keep him in that. These retro tales are pretty cool. You get a nice assortment of guys. This time we got Paul Jenkins. Really good stuff. I don't know how much else to say. Alright, a couple disappointments in a row coming up here. We got Wolverine Weapon X #2, pretty sweet cover, but the interior, it was pretty boring. Wolverine goes to a bar, gets drunk, goes and fights some dudes with laser claws. I don't know, I just wasn't digging it. I was really disappointed based on the fact that, Jason Aaron had a really strong issue with that Wolverine, title of the month, or of the week last week, and he really had a good grasp on him. It just seems like I don't know what the deal is. I'm just not digging Wolverine Weapon X. Ron Garney's art's okay. It's not doing it for me. I don't know. I'll stick with it just because it's X-Men and it's Wolverine, but I'm not digging it, and I wish it would go somewhere better. It just seems like that issue could have been condensed, and that whole last half with the fight could have been like 3-4 pages. I mean, I know they're trying to build these guys up, they're trying to create new villains, it seems like, with this title, but Green Laser Claw, guys, it's just not, I don't imagine that's going to last any longer than the Neo did, and honestly, I think the Neo was a cooler idea. And if you don't know who the Neo are, well, that sucks for you, because they're pretty sweet. Kinda. Alright, next, speaking of disappointments, we've got Fantastic Four number 564 and 565. Basically, we've got Christmas issues in the fall, or in the spring. Weird, I know. This has been a title that's been a little late, so I'm sure these were intended to come out a little earlier, but they didn't. So, the cover for this one's pretty good, though, where it says, basically, on the bottom, nothing this lame happens in this issue. Yours sincerely, Mark and Brian. That was probably the best part of this whole issue. Not too interested in them going to Scotland and kids getting abducted and blah, blah, blah. Weak. Alright, a title that I initially really enjoyed is Booster Gold. Coming into his own title, it seemed like it was going to mean something. You know, he's the greatest hero that no one ever knew is the greatest hero, or whatever the tagline, the greatest hero you've never heard of. Good stuff in the beginning, coming out of 52, strong character development, and now it's just kind of settled. You know, it's like a really watered down version of Exiles, where you've only got one character. Granted, it's all supposed to tie into the real universe, as he's really jumping through time, our time, or not our time, their time. So it's not really alternate universes, but it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It's not doing anything. It's okay, don't get me wrong. It's nothing absolutely terrible, but, you know, for $3, I'm sure I could find something else, you know, maybe on the indie racks. I need to start getting more into indie, that's for sure. Alright. We got Teen Titans number 70. It's part 3 of the Death Trap. I didn't enjoy it, and let me tell you why. It's part of a huge tie-in where I've dropped Titans because that title was really bad, and I don't pick up Vigilante. No interest whatsoever. So coming into this issue, I had no fucking clue what's going on, you know? I was confused, and then it was over, and now I'm picking up, you know, this week the new Teen Titans came out, and I don't fucking have a clue what happened. We're just in the aftermath, okay? So this is not how you do a crossover, okay? Do a crossover with titles. This is kind of like, you know, do a crossover where people are picking up the other titles predominantly. Titans, okay, my bad. You know, I could see where that ties in, no problem. But Vigilante, who the fuck is picking up Vigilante? That's a title that's going to be fucking gone soon, I promise you that shit. Alright. Next we have Amazing Spider-Man number 594. Good stuff. It's been a strong title. I'm a big proponent for the new Brand New Day stuff, despite it, you know, retconning a lot of really good stuff that JMS did. But it's been strong. I can't deny it. I really do enjoy Mary Jane and Peter's relationship. Ever since I've been reading Spider-Man, that's been there. So I feel that it's a big part of that mythos. But you know, a good story is a good story, okay? And let's be honest, things go in a cycle. MJ will be back. They'll be married at some point or another. They'll come back. Speaking of marriage, though, in this issue you've got May Parker shacking up with J. Jonah Jameson Sr., but not in the sack. We've got her putting a ring on that finger. Awkward, okay? Peter's really going to probably be a little twisted up by that one, so that creates a lot of drama, and it'll probably, you know, provide a few more months worth of stories. So, good job, Marvel, on keeping Spider-Man fresh and exciting and new. I mean, you know, unless this guy turns out to be like Doc Ock, you know. Evil. Alright. Next up, we got Green Arrow versus Black Canary number 20. This is another title where I really enjoyed it initially. This is like Booster Gold, but over time it's kind of fallen off for me. I was really enjoying Kreisberg and Norton's initial run with Cupid. Cupid was a pretty interesting idea. Abused chick who basically latches on to Green Arrow for saving her, but from then, it just, I don't know. This issue is okay. The silent stuff was pretty neat, the way they ran with that, but overall, I don't know, it's okay. Next up, Dark Reign, Thunderbolts tie-in there, number 132. We got Mr. X, babies. So let me tell you, Mr. X, this is a guy I enjoy. This is a guy created by Frank Terry during during his Wolverine run. Really good stuff. If you haven't read those, I don't have the exact issues right now, but if you get the one where it's Wolverine and him squaring off in a red, you look in the letters page, Uncanny Brandon, it'll be the number 1 comment on there. That's this guy. It's the only letter I've ever sent in, the only one that's ever got in there, even though it's only a fragment of it. So, I got a little special love for Mr. X. Anyway, this guy's pretty sick, you know. You go back to his initial involvement in Frank Terry's Wolverine run, and you see, like, him putting a puppy in an oven. I mean, the guy's fucking twisted, okay? This used to be kind of more his look. Short hair, devious looking motherfucker. Now he's kind of Fabio'd out. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking, man. With the long blonde hair and ooh, big muscular man. I don't know. I'm kind of losing the faith in Thunderbolts, I'm going to be honest with you. But them adding Mr. X, I'll stick it out just a little bit longer because I would like to see where they're planning on taking that character, because he is somebody I really do enjoy. He definitely fits in like the F list of villains that they've got on this team. But we'll see. I do enjoy that he basically said, hey, you know what, I'm coming along for the ride because I want to fucking have a challenge and killing some people, and if I don't get it, I'll just fucking kill you guys. That's pretty good stuff. I enjoy that. So, anyway, that's the quick reviews. That's the stuff that kind of was somewhere in the middle of it all. Not the best, not the worst, but worth mentioning. So after these are up, we'll shortly then after potentially have up the things that were a little more substantial, that I felt were a little more substantial title-wise. Thanks for stopping by, and peace.